What's up? What's up? What's up? Alright, Burbs. So I'm just gonna do a quick live stream here for you guys. Take a look at BTC USD. So this one isn't planned at all. Isn't it live? It's supposed to be live. Weird. It says waiting for. Oh, weird. YouTube is acting weird. Can you guys hear me? Or it's the sound and whatever, everything's all right? You can write to me in the YouTube chat or in the Nest Club chat or wherever you want to write. Say something. Come on. Is anyone watching? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, people. Wake the fuck up. Alright, sounds good. Let's go. So, looking at the weekly here, we have the weekly, not 25, we have the weekly 55 EMA here, the green line here as you can see. So, if you guys remember, I've been doing these streams for quite a while, and I remember saying that if we lose the 21 EMA on the weekly, also confluent with the 200 simple on the daily, if we lose that area, we will most likely come down and test the 55 EMA on the weekly. Did we come down and bounce off the 55 EMA on the weekly? Not really. We went straight through, and my last target for my short that I took up here was the RLC. Now look at this, guys, the RLC, right? Look at this. Now, so just a quick explanation of what the RLC is. The RLC is the area between the 0.70786 and the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level. So the midpoint of the RLC is this green line here, this 0.702 Fibonacci retracement level. So that's the midpoint of the RLC, that's the equilibrium of the RLC, right? So that's where you will see the most, like, if you're gonna see a reversal, you are most likely going to see it inside the RLC. And what are we seeing right now? Well, we are seeing a bounce of the RLC. So to be honest, guys, like I've been pretty bearish on Bitcoin, and I'm still bearish on Bitcoin. But the thing is, this is looking very, very promising. All right, I mean, let's just use a clean chart here. Oh fuck, it's spin on my screen. That's not good. I gotta wipe that off. Man, I should probably take it easy. Okay, damn it. So let's just use a clean chart here. Where is it? Clean BTC? That's not clean. A lot of shit on this one. All right, so let's remove everything, and let's just remove the moving averages, and let's add the fibs here. So first we're going to take a look at the weekly, and we are going to take a look at the RLC from this low to this high. Let's extend it to the right. And what do we get here? Well, we got a reversal inside the RLC. So looking pretty good, right? Now let's take a look at the RLC of this latest up move. So we're gonna use this low to this high, extend it to the right. Where are we bouncing? Right in the midpoint of the RLC. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Pretty much a history repeat itself. Maybe are we going to see a massive weekly W and a breakout to the fucking moon? I don't know. Maybe. It's looking pretty good, guys. It's looking pretty good. Right, so that's just a simple analysis using RLC. Now you gotta add more stuff to the RLC, right? You gotta add some more confluence with the moving averages and support and resistance areas. Well, I'm not gonna tell you too much because, like, the secret of my trading strategy is gonna be kept to the private mentors, obviously. But you watching my streams, you're probably gonna, you know, understand what I'm doing. So here's the weekly 21, not 21, the weekly 55 EMA right here. And it's also confluent with this blue line. And can you guess what this blue line is? It's probably the 377 simple, is it? Let's see. All right, the 377 simple. Now that's a weird number, you are probably saying. And what's the reason for me to use the 377 SMA. Well, I like it. That's the reason for using it. I like it, and it's a Fibonacci number. So yeah, I'm gonna use that one. And as you guys can see here, we are, we're seeing confluence between the 377 and the weekly 55 EMA. So perfect confluence, very good. Did we get a reaction of this level? Yes, we did. We bounced here, right? We had this, let's go into the 1 hour. So we had being used as support here, right? So a small reaction to the 55 EMA and weekly. We broke down, retested it. Imagine shorting this level, right? That would have been a great trade. Shorting the 55 EMA and weekly and target the midpoint of the RLC. So yeah, so that's obviously an area we need to watch, right? And you can also see that the 377 here got a nice reaction. So what I want to talk to you about today is the potential for a reversal here. Now, like, everyone started to get bullish here. Obviously, this was not really a reversal, just a short-term bounce. We might get that here too, but like, you never know if it's going to be a short-term bounce or an actual reversal. But what you want to do is, when you see a setup, you want to take the setup and you want to follow the trend, right? And like, the trend is your friend until the end of trend, right? And what that means is you want to get in at the start of the trend, right? And like, first of all, I just want to say, like, if you guys are in the Burb Nest, remember that check out the free report on the Bitcoin report. And if you guys are not in the Burb Nest, go to the burbnest.com. I have the link in the description. Check it out. We have a free channel with a lot of Bitcoin reports, and they're actually very good. It's a lot of free, very good information. So what I'm talking about right here, you should take my analysis and kind of pair it with the Bitcoin reports to get your own idea. Always apply your own technical analysis to the chart, and you should never go off anything that someone like me says, because I'm just some random idiot with a lot of emotions, and you shouldn't follow me blindly, because you will most likely get wrecked. If you follow me blindly, you will get fucked up, because I changed my narrative a lot. Like, I'm a trader, so I trade levels. Like, I go level by level. I trade, like, I change my ideas quickly. If I see price action reversing on the lower time frames, I might, just get out of my position. I want to protect my capital. I want to get in and out of a trade quickly, right? So I'm not going to show you any specific setups now that I'm taking. I'm just going to show you an overall idea of what I'm looking at. So we did get the bounce of the RLC. Very good, very good, very good. Exactly like we got here, right? That's also the midpoint of RLC down here, right? So what am I looking for now? Well, I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to look for bullish market structure on the lower time frames. Do we have bullish market structure on the lower time frames? Well, we kind of do, right? We are seeing a well, we had this massive dump, right? So it's no surprise that we got a bounce of this RLC, because you most likely will get a bounce of the RLC. The question is, will you get a bounce and reversal? That's the important questions. And here we are seeing on the 1 hour, we're seeing a potential break in market structure, right? Because we have let's call this one a high, let's call this one a low, but this one is before this one, so that's stupid. Let's call, well, never mind, fuck it. Let's this is a high, this is a low, this is a high, is this a low? Yeah, let's call that a low. So what are we seeing here? Well, we're seeing first, we had a downtrend, right? We're seeing lower highs and lower lows. Then we are seeing a potential market structure break with this level, the upper part of the RLC, confluent with, let's see, it's the 618 Fibonacci right there. So let's see where that level comes in. So it's right here, right? So this white horizontal right here is the 0.618 Fibonacci level, the upper part of the RLC. So what I want to see, like when we see a bounce of the RLC, I want to see continuation by trading out of the RLC, then coming down and hopefully retest the RLC. And that's going to be a potential long setup. How would the setup look like? Well, it all depends on if you're, what kind of leverage you're using, what kind of risk you want to use on your trade, and if you're even like, if you're spot trading, are you trading for the long term, or are you looking for a just a quick trade, right? So like, I'm seeing a potential setup here. The setup isn't valid yet because I'm seeing a potential setup, right? So entry would be somewhere in this region. Now, where would the stop loss be? Well, you could actually have the stop loss here. And where would the target be? Well, we never really got a retest of the 21 EMA on the weekly. Should be up here. So we never really got a test of the 21 EMA on the weekly after breaking into the downside. So this area up here is very interesting. This is also an interesting area, and this is an interesting area. So I'm going to mark that one out. This area right here, right? So potential take profits. Where are we going to take profits? Well, the first take profit should be up here, and the second should be previous range low. And then I'm thinking the 21 EMA and the 200 simple on the daily, that's going to be the level that needs to break for long-term continuation. Now, as you can see, even with a stop loss down here, we have a pretty good R. I mean, it's not good, like not good at all, to be honest. It's only 1.94, but you get the idea, right? If you're in this for a long term, you could like enter in this region. You could even like layer bids in this area with a stop, I don't know, below the RLC, but it all depends on your risk profile and your time frame of trading. But I'm seeing a potential setup here. Now, the reason for this not to be valid, like when it comes to Bitcoin, you have time to wait. And what I mean by that, you have time to wait for daily confirmation. Because for me, I'm a swing trader, right? I don't do a lot of day trading. I don't have time to do a day trade. I have a family to take care of. I have kids who running around being crazy, and I can't day trade because I'll probably kill myself. So I want to catch these kinds of moves, right? So you have the time to be patient. You have the time to be patient. And what I mean by patience is wait for daily open and closes. I want to wait for daily open and closes, or at least a daily close, right? So if this candle right here closes back below 8,000, basically back inside the RLC. Also notice how the 0.618 is right on 8,000, right? I'm loving that level. I'm really loving that level. It's a round number, being confident of RLC, perfect, just perfect. I would love it even more if the 55 EMA comes down and trade here, which might or might not happen. But if it does, it's going to add a lot more confidence. So I'm really loving that level, right? So if this daily candle closes above here, I would start looking for a potential long here. If we close above the 55 EMA, I might get less interested in this area and more interested in this area. So the idea here is to try to catch the trend. Right now, the daily trend is down, so you gotta be very careful. You gotta be very careful, right? And that's why you wanna wait for confirmation on the higher time frames like the daily. So you want to see like a daily, for me a daily open and close is perfect. So let's say we get a daily open and close here, we come down for a rounded retest, test this area for a move higher, and you could take some profits here. And if we break this area right here to the upside, that's where I believe we might have started our continue upwards for a continuation into the halvening, right? But right now, I'm still bearish on Bitcoin. This could just be like a relief bounce before continuation to the downside. So, but this is looking very promising, guys. So this might be the reversal we've all been looking for, right? So if you are in BTC right now, like it's actually we're moving out of above the 55 EMA right here. So I might have to look for a setup when I cancel the stream. But like if you're in BTC right now, like don't sell here, because we might go up, right? But what you should be doing is be careful of continuation to the downside. Like if Bitcoin breaks the RLC to the downside, that's not going to be a very interesting area, right? That's not going to be a good area to be trading in. Like if we lose the RLC here, we might as well, you know, come down to the, you know, the 6.5 area. And if that happens, we gotta be watching the 200 simple on the weekly here, which right now is down at 5.5k. So when you're in a when you're in a daily downtrend, there's no sign of this stopping unless we see a clear break in market structure here. And, you know, looking at the weekly, well, this move here broke the weekly downtrend, but this move here might as well continue that weekly downtrend. So yeah, it's not looking perfect for Bitcoin, to be honest, but it's looking very promising. I can say that much. The 55 EMA on the weekly is being kept as resistance right now. We are bouncing after RLC, so it's looking, I mean, it's looking good. It's looking good. That's all I want to say, really. So hopefully you guys know what I'm watching, and let's try to sum it up, right? Because it feels like I'm just talking a lot right now. Let's see if we can sum it up here. Are we bouncing off the RLC? Yes. Do we have a break in the market structure on the lower time frames with the bounce of the RLC? Yes, we are. Let's see what happened last time we bounced off the RLC, and we'll compare the two, right? I think so the break in market structure on this would have been my entry, right? And I actually think I entered right there in this region. That would have been my entry, right? Because we had a downtrend on daily. We started seeing a higher low here, and we were using, we started seeing a higher low here, and this is the higher high, right? So on the daily, this is our break in market structure. And depending on what you look for in the break in market structure, as soon as you actually broke these highs here, that could have been your level to, like, that could have been your first indication of a break in market structure. And what happened? Well, we retest that level perfectly. So that's what I'm saying, like, be patient. If you guys would have used the same strategy here, you could have entered here and then sold when you had a break in market structure, which is here. You have the high, you have a lower high and a lower low, and you could have sold right in this region with a trailing stop for a good 25% profit. So it's very possible to trade Bitcoin without needing to stare at the charts all the time. What you need to do is you need to look at the daily time frames. Don't get lost in the 1 hour or 2 hour, 4 hour or whatever, or like some people want to watch like the 5 minute or the 50 minute to find confirmation. But you don't have to trade that way. You don't have to like stress yourself out unnecessarily, right? Just look at the daily time frame. Wait for daily closes. Preferably look for daily open and closes below or above support and resistance areas, and go long and short depending on where it closes. It don't have to be, trading doesn't have to be harder than that. What's the hard part of this type of trading is your psychological, like your mental framework, and that's the hard part about any aspect of trading. So use a simple strategy. Get good at a simple strategy and learn how to really learn the in and outs of your strategy. And then when you know the strategy, work on yourself, work on the mental game, know when to exit, know when to enter, and wait for confirmation. I cannot stress that enough. Wait for confirmation before entering, and make a plan. Always have a plan before you enter. If you combine all of these things, you will become consistently profitable in the long run. And it's all about the long game, right? Have a proper risk management, only risk a very small amount, and hopefully your winners will be bigger than your losers. And that way I just lost my train of thought because my camera stopped working again. Happens all the time. Alright, so I'm just rambling right now, so I'm just gonna end the stream. Thanks you guys for watching, and see you guys next time. And guys, remember to like and subscribe to my channel. If you subscribe, and maybe I think you'll find like a bell or whatever, press that one and you'll get notified when I make another stream. And I'm gonna try to stream as often as possible going forward. I'm gonna do like hopefully daily updates on Bitcoin and share with you guys my positions, my setups, and how I'm approaching Bitcoin. And for full transparency, I'm in USDT right now. I don't own a Bitcoin. I will get back into Bitcoin if we start seeing a proper breaking market structure on the 4 hour. And what I mean by that is I'd like to see something like this, right? We bounce up to RLC, bounce up, bounce here. I'd like to see this kind of movement, right? So I'll enter probably here or here with a small amount, stop loss down here, and just try to ride the trend up. And that's my spot BTC trades, right? For a leverage long right now, like I don't know, man. My gut feeling says bearish, but TA, depending on where this closes and if we bounce down here, TA might be bullish, but my feeling says bearish. So fuck my feelings, right? I'm a bear, which is my gut feeling says beer, yeah. Yeah, my gut feeling says beer. God damn it. If we bounce here, TA says bullish. So I'm gonna be bullish. Because TA is law. Emotions is just bullshit. If you trade your emotions, you're gonna get wrecked. Alright, so that's it guys. Take care and see you next time. Much love, Burbs.